bad beast is the G16E GTS. It's a 1.6 liter turbocharged 3-cylinder engine, but don't let those numbers fool you, people. This thing packs an incredible 300 horsepower and 273 foot-pounds of torque at 4,000 RPM, which we definitely felt out there.
Yeah, the car feels amazing, pulling you out, especially those tight turns. Made it with the 6-speed transmission, which is geared perfectly, and the IMT, which is the rev matching downshift. And if we're in 2022, if there's a button that I can press that's gonna rev match for me, I'm doing it.
Especially if it makes me seem like a better driver than I actually am. I will take it. But speaking of being out on the racetrack, there was something else that I noticed while you were driving, and that is the exhaust. Now, this is a spot where Toyota actually gathered a little bit more horsepower from. It's a 3-piece exhaust, uniquely designed, that has a flap that opens up right around 4,000 RPM, releases the horses from the stable, and sounds incredible while doing it.
It absolutely sounds incredible. Another thing that is incredible on this car is the GR4 system, and something that we got to test back to back on 3 separate laps for the 3 different modes, which are sport, normal, and track. And my favorite was track, which is the 50-50 torque split. And then you have normal, which is 60 front, 40 rear. And then sport, which is the 30 front, 70. So if you like a car that drives off the rear end, then sport is definitely your choice. And if that's not enough, there's also an available Torsen front and rear differential setup.
So what you're saying is, million different ways that I can seem like a better driver in this car. So whether we're going on dirt or snow or the track, or if you're just like going to get groceries or something like that, there's a mode for you. And actually there's one more thing that I wanted to hit on before we sort of moved away from track, and that was something we really felt out there, which is kind of a hallmark of the GR brand, is structural rigidity. This thing felt planted, and that goes into the engineering. There's extra adhesives, extra weld points, extra stiffness braces, and we really felt that. And actually, you made reference to that, especially during heavy braking.
Yeah, I cannot say enough good things about the braking system on this car. 14-inch 4-piston fronts, 11.7-inch 2-piston rears, and we're ripping for like 4 laps, very hard braking everywhere, and the brakes didn't fade once. So I am beyond impressed with the system that they put on the GR Corolla. Front 40 rear.
Awesome.
And then I'm turning on the IMT to help rev match on downshifts.
Oh, that is so cool.
In this amazingly geared 6-speed transmission.
All right, so we are setting the baseline of normal mode.
The turn-in feels awesome.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna stay patient on this turn. Oh, come on! Come on, baby!
This is seat bolstering test number 1.
I got gotta say, this car is pretty forgiving
Oh my gosh.
on the turn-in standpoint.
It feels like we're floating. Watching okay, so there we have 6,500 RPM is where we're supposed to get maximum horsepower. I'm feeling it. I don't know exactly what speed, but maybe somewhere in here is where we start to feel the stability coming in from those functional vents.
I'm braking as late as I possibly can, and I feel rock solid.
Ooh.
We're gonna try track mode, which is the 50-50.
Okay. But the way this thing handles, though, it's like there's nothing unpredictable about it. Normally, it's like I gotta be the driver. I've got to be able to anticipate what the car is gonna do.
It feels so planted and glued, like so easy to drive. Ooh. Very predictable. The chassis is nice and stiff.
This car took what, like a year longer than they wanted. Like they wanted to put it out a year before they actually did, but it had to hold up to Akio Toyota's. Maritzo's.
AKA Maritzo's
yes!
expectations.
This car embodies what you would expect from a hot hatch. So much better though. The performance, woo!
We're now in sport mode, which is 30 front, 70 rear.
Ooh. Okay, wow.
So you should feel it drive off the rear end a little bit better.
Yup, it just happened back there, yeah. Wow, okay. First of all, switching between the modes, I was expecting to be able to feel something. It is so smooth, the transition between every single mode, normal, track, and sport. So I can definitely vouch for the race-inspired seats.
Yes.
I'm definitely feeling that.
The seats feel phenomenal. I mean, we're putting this thing through its paces right now, and I am not moving in the seat.
No!
I think this thing sounds amazing.
I know. You can tell right around 4,000 RPM when it opens up, goes to that full exhaust mode, removes all of its restrictors, and just like really opens itself up.
But then it feels like it has that proper back pressure down low before it opens up and start freeze everything up for the top end.
I wonder if that's where like the added torque, where that torque curve, I think it's just like maximum torque is like 3,500 RPM.
Yeah.
So it's like it's building it up and then it's like releasing all the horses.
Exactly.
Into this like perfect little package of hot hatch, like turbocharged, all-wheel drive. I don't know, it's
three-cylinder, making 300 horsepower and 273 foot-pounds of torque.
I mean,
that's 100 horsepower per cylinder.
That's
from the factory.
From the factory. I mean, I don't know what more you could want. Maybe a few more laps.
Maybe
a few more laps. What's unique about these calipers too, they're not floating style, they're planted like they sort of use on more the Toyota trucks. So you're actually getting all 4 pistons in the front caliper. Actually, and rears are not floating either. They're all fixed calipers. So like you're getting maximum braking power, you're getting all of those brake pads pushing together at this exact same time.
They're big, it's a big set of brakes.
Yeah.
A 14-inch front rotor and like I think it's 11, just under 12 inches on the rear. It's plenty of braking power for this car.